as well. Clear A bomb site. They didn't even need the grenades after all. Just the timing on those two peaks was so good.
Couldn't be better. There's actually a two-man setup there as well for FaZe towards middle. They had Rops behind the double doors, frozen at that back wall there. He was watching towards the hut, allowing Rops to focus on the double doors, but as you mentioned, the timing could have been better. Like, ideally, that position frozen in, you actually want an AUG for that, because it's such a tight angle, quite long range. If you have the AUG, it makes things a lot easier for you. You'll see that weapon used quite a lot in Anubis. Anchoring A side, playing middle. It's got a very viable use case here out on Anubis, but for now, gonna have to save the P90. And, well, it's done pretty good work there. Can maybe upgrade it to an AK-47. We'll take that. Bear in mind, you don't get the same kill reward as other SMGs. With the P90, you only get the $300.
Yeah.
It costs $23.50 to purchase as well. That's why it's not really used, although it is a very good gun objectively. Just the extra cost and the lack of kill reward.
Yeah.
That's why you don't see it as fashionable as, let's say, the Mac-10, which is $1,050 and gets you that kill reward, and it's super viable.
Yeah, or even the MP9, right? Like the range, like people have got so good at using it, so it is understandable.
There's the AUG for Rops, so that makes more sense. Like, if he is going to be anchoring positions like the A bomb side, that's the weapon you want. Like, you want to be able to have tighter angles, go toe to toe with the AK, where you're incredibly difficult to see, and keep it.
Waiting for it to fade. It's got Shiro there with him, so they're trying to, again, open up the middle of the map. There's really nobody defending it at the moment for FaZe. They are inside of the A-bomb site. They're inside of B. They've actually left all of mid open because Frozen is just jiggling this, but it could be a way to get into the round here for Spirit. Chopper's thinking about it. Crosses.
Finally. Didn't see him.
Frozen there. We didn't. There we go. But the AUG in the back line. You called it, Henry. They pick it up, and it works great. Couple of kills for him. A dink onto Hallie. And a very, very hard round now for Spirit to try and win here. Baz has to stay alive. He's doing him with any real help, and he gets instantly down.
Come on, Hallie.
Yes, 1 versus 3. He actually does some damage to Brokey. It is not enough. It'll be FaZe on 12.
Yeah, there is the power of the AUG. Lovely crossfire. That's a really cool setup. Frozen just watching for anyone crossing towards the temple side and just getting mid-control. He didn't actually spot Chopper crossover, I don't think. That's why he looked like he was a little bit flustered. Had to switch out the incendiary and try and lock them off. It still worked to great effect. They were being pincered, but they handled it admirably. As we now have map point for FaZe. This was the AUG. You can see him scoped up. Double kill found. Brokey, that was the kill that secured the round. I think Hallie had like 8 points of health at this stage, so yeah, nothing he could really do. Not as many smiles today. This is a rude awakening for Team Spirit. This is what we expected yesterday.
Yes, it is.
So, no choice but to buy, of course. Shiro up against Brokey. Good flash. And a missed shot.
Bit awkward. But, yeah, I think if we had to draw out a positive right now, I mean, watching Sontix with this many kills is pretty encouraging, right? Pretty hard for him to play up against FaZe, still getting 16 kills. Frozen at 20, but otherwise, you know, Sontix second on the board for the server. Carrigan with a headshot. They're running for the flames here to try and get onto the site and do anything they can. Shiro, 1 with the orb and 1 with that Molotov in front. It's Frozen to take down a kill, but not done yet. Shiro on his own. He gets a quick scope onto Rain, takes him down, and now it's 1 versus 1. Brokey versus Shiro, and 50 seconds. They're not going to wait any longer. Brokey will take him down, and FaZe victorious on the opening map.
Oh, that's a much better performance here from FaZe. We didn't get quite the same magic from Team Spirit as well. Unable to really get going here whatsoever on Anubis. The fairy tale might be coming to an end. They put on an absolute electrifying performance against Team Liquid, but today they fall flat.
A harsh reality like this one is the reason why we got so excited about Spirit yesterday, Jacob. This is how poor and complicated it can be when you have to face an opponent like FaZe with an academy player, with your coach. For Christ's sake, this was not supposed to be competitive, and FaZe reminded us of the differential between the two rosters.
Especially on a map like Anubis. I said it yesterday before they went into that game against Team Liquid. I was thinking to myself, with a stand-in, with a coach that doesn't play a lot of Counter-Strike, Anubis is arguably the hardest map in order to get anything going. And I think we saw that in the first 9 rounds. That beginning of the game for FaZe Clan, it already solidified the game. Of course, Spirit fought back a little bit. A couple of rounds on the leaderboard here at the very end of the first half, but I never thought that was going to be competitive. As you said, unfortunately, they weren't able to replicate that, I guess, performance from yesterday, but they also faced a much better opponent in FaZe 2.
No, and we're not going to fault them for that. I mean, there are some reality, some circumstances for Spirit, of course. You talk about these first 9 rounds, a very clear focus from FaZe Clan on the B side, and they pretty much did them whatever way they wanted. So it's through Cave, through B. We have to praise Frozen for his lurks. I think he knew exactly when to be activated from that B main position. He was looking for duels. He was given duels. Poor Halley was just trying to find his way and stay alive in here, getting poked from left, from right, from center. It's too complicated for him to survive in that position.
It is, and we had the same conversation yesterday. I said the game plan for Team Liquid should be to try to bully the B-bomb side, because it is such a hard side to play, especially if you're a coach and you don't play Counter-Strike. Yesterday, what happened was that Shiro had a fantastic showing on the CT side with the AWP. He was able to shut down, he was able to help Holly on the B-bomb side. Today, Shiro was nowhere to be found, and that made the work conditions for Frozen, work conditions for FaZe much, much easier. He had a rough showing yesterday, Frozen, but on map 1 right here, he was all over the place.
Great signs from Frozen, of course, taking charge in this first map. And you mentioned Zontix as being the only one really putting up a fight against the likes of FaZe, and we can maybe have a look at round 9. It tells a story that is both sad and dramatic and also funny at the same time. I'll walk you through this one. It starts with Zontix doing an incredible job as a first line of defense. Shiro finds a kill. It's a 4 versus 2 in terms of virtual, and then there's going to be a miss here through the edge of the smoke, which is supposed to be a sitter. It's supposed to be a guaranteed kill for the likes of Shiro. He gets poked out by Brokey, and this just tells me FaZe can do no wrong.
Yeah.
Even in a situation where Zontix finds the double kill, when Shiro is here to put them into a 4 versus 2, it still is FaZe's round as a reset right there. Once you win this, I as a humble expert of Counter-Strike, I know I don't have to look at the game anymore. It's basically it's basically over. You're not coming back from this.
No, that's what it felt like. You know, round 9 is a great example of everything that went wrong for Spirit, went wrong from the point of the 4v2 and up. I think, again, it's what we expected. It's kind of what we came to expect from yesterday's game as well, which is why it left us such a puzzle that we couldn't understand why Liquid weren't able to do more and do better against Team Spirit. Today, I feel like it's not even Spirit playing poor Counter-Strike. It's not even them playing bad. I don't have a single negative phrase to put on Team Spirit. This is exactly what we expected, and sometimes it's reassuring in life that once you have certain expectations, you're going into a game and you actually get those expectations met. It makes me happy as a humble expert of Counter-Strike.
Honestly, I mean, I wouldn't call yourself an expert, but anyway, that just makes me impatient for the real roster to show up. That's what I'm really impatient about. If you think of Shiro, and again, we're getting glimpses here and there, but I feel like there is definitely more to it, more to Shiro than what we're seeing in that jersey right there. But if you think about Zontix as well, what Chopper was able to do on day 1, and then you bring Donk, of course, in the conversation, Magix has a glue behind it. There are many, many reasons to be excited for Spirit, and we obviously saw that in Dubai at the end of 2023. They are going to be candidates, but for now, we have to wait and bide our time just a little bit. Now, if we flip the conversation to FaZe, this series is not about establishing anything. It's about reassuring themselves, getting the groove, get a couple of kills, maybe farm some individual confidence rather. And I would say job done on map 1. No further than that?
100%. You can't put a finger on what Kerrigan and the FaZe boys did here, especially for Frozen, who we spoke about had a bit of a rough showing yesterday. Great to see him show up with 138 ADR. That's
pretty sick.
Magnificent, yeah. Brokey had this wonderful 2v4 where he was the one turning it around together with Rups, I believe. So there was a lot of positives to drag away from this one, and I agree with you. It doesn't matter whether FaZe is winning big time or if they have a competitive map here in the second one. As long as they leave this game feeling comfortable and then heading into the GamerLegion rematch in the group later on, then it's a job done for FaZe Clan. So for now, the expectations are that if we get a competitive map too, that would be nice, but I don't really see it coming.
I know where your heart is on that one, and I think for FaZe it's about getting a couple of reps in officials. We always talk about the difference between practice, officials, what it means when the odds and the consequences are not the same. Well, it's brand new roster of FaZe. We've barely seen 9 maps with them, with Frozen and Abu Dhabi. Dhabi. So it's time for them to farm some of these maps, and they've done the job here. We're going to be very quiet about the words we use. There's no reason to celebrate, bring out the fireworks. They outclass Spirit on map 1. We're going to take a 3-minute break, and then we talk about map 2.
To the Blast Spring Final. Hell yeah. I'm ready. I'm excited. The stage is set. Who's going to lift that trophy? Oh! What is that? It all comes down to the next 3 maps of Counter-Strike. All right. Okay. And he can't believe it. Oh my God.
The Blast Spring Final in London, baby. And we might have 16 teams here, but we are only going to send 6. That is the format that we are working with. Then 2 slots through the showdown. Remember, you can grab your tickets if you haven't quite yet. If you're around, or even if you aren't, there's some great transportation mode. Come by and have a good time with us. Have a good time in the arena. These are the days where my heart beats the hardest in these LAN moments. I just have to deal with this guy over there, but I guess that's a problem that I have everywhere. Arena or studio, Jacob.
I guess everyone have that problem whenever I'm turning up to a tournament. So you're on the same boat, right?
I am on the same boat. Yeah, I'm trying to imagine on what situation I would ever be on a boat with you. Maybe we can have a draft in Copenhagen. Who's not having a good time on the river is Spirit, of course. FaZe made pretty easy work of them on map 1. We're moving on to Nuke, and I wanted to steer the conversation towards this whole triangle of Carrigan, Rain, Frozen, who is moving what position where, and how are they trying to install him. We saw them in Abu Dhabi, and Frozen played inside on Nuke, inside on the CT side, and Rain stayed outside. Vitality had a really good time, an easy time handling that defense. Do you expect a difference? Do you expect adjustments to have been made? Or do you think they're going to stick with the same defense, which is frozen inside, Rain keeping his position as well?
I think they're going to stick to the same positions for now. I would have liked to see them change it up just for the fun of it, but I also recognize that Rain is a fantastic outside player. It's one of the few maps where he's been doing so well, where he's come to known to be the secret guy. He's come to known to be aggressive in yard, so maybe it doesn't make too much sense to switch him from that position. But we said the same thing about Overpass and Rain in the toilet area, so maybe they've been into that conversation, maybe they've explored it, but I expect them to keep the same setup for now. However, you know, if you're continuing to struggle on that CT side, let's say during this tournament, let's say during Katowice, that is a potential change that we see down the line. But for now, I'd expect them to keep it.
Yeah, we're going to have to see. I agree with you. Rain, very much an expert in that position, one of the most illustrative positions that we've had on with the Overpass, as you mentioned. And also, you have to think about when you integrate Frozen, one of the words that we've heard from Kerrigan was that he is demanding. He's got ideas. He knows how he wants to play his game. And there's always this balance where you have to find, well, on one hand, you want to make your new player comfortable and you want to get the best out of them. And I agree. I think this should be a philosophy when you bring in a player of his quality, of his value. But on the other hand, whatever was working for you, you might want to hold on to this as well. So how complicated it can be for Kerrigan to say, listen, Frozen, I will hear you out, but you got to step towards me as well. You got to take a step in my direction, and you have to let me tell you as well what was working for us. How complicated can it be?
It's super complicated, and I think in most teams, especially at the higher level, it's a give and take. Frozen is also coming in well aware that a guy like Rain in that position has been a monster to be dealing with for a long time. Frozen, of course, when he was in Mauser, played many times against Rain, so he also recognized how good he is at that exact position. So if I'm Frozen, I'm coming in a little bit humble. Of course you can make demands. Of course you can argue that I should be in X, Y, and C position, but it's a give and take where Frozen has been gifted the A bomb side on Overpass, which I think he's ecstatic about. Playing the B anchor would not be for Frozen. Whereas for a map like Nuke, maybe Frozen can find a way to make the inside position a little bit more sexy than it normally is.
Yeah, I'm going to keep my eye on this. I'm going to keep my eye on the duo with Kerrigan as well, see how they can handle some of the executes. I think some of the lessons that we learned from Spirit as well against Liquid was that they had a few strategies in the pocket. They have a few executes, even if they play with a stand-in, even if they play with Academy, they have a couple of protocols that they can use to put FaZe in discomfort. And
this is where I believe FaZe will come in prepared, because what we did see, for those of you who didn't watch the game between Spirit and Liquid, was Spirit had a great inner execute.
That's
good utility usage, good spacing, good pacing as well. But if you're FaZe, you're dissecting that, you're looking at that, you're preparing for that, and if you shut that down, as I said in the first game, Spirit does not have a plan B. They do not have a plan C. So if FaZe can shut down the fast T side from Spirit, there should be no problem at all.
So we are talking about the inside as a possible point of contention. We are talking about what Spirit can put into the test and see if FaZe maybe can just break a sweat. To talk you through this once again, I send you over to the very capable hands of Anders and Henry G.
We'll do our best, at the very least, Anders. That's all we ever can do. But yeah, the woes will continue here for Team Spirit. Moving on to Nuke, they had some impressive moments against Team Liquid. At the upper bomb side with Baz and Hallie, they're actually doing some work out there. Actually looked like it was quite competent. But this could be a different kettle of fish, though. FaZe Clan very well versed on this map, and surely the favorites to go 2-0 and knock Team Spirit out of the tournament.
Certainly the spirits, the favorites according to the odds. Wow, I've got a lot of different directions with that one. But yeah, almost 11-1 over at GG Bet. That's crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, it's understandable. FaZe look really good. They've rebounded from yesterday. And Spirit, yeah, they were in the same position they were in all along. It's just that for whatever reason, Liquid weren't really waking up against them, but FaZe most certainly are.
Oh, absolutely true. Ladies and gentlemen, elimination on the line here, Team Spirit. An admirable effort here at Spring Groups 2024, but it feels like their fate is sealed. I would love to be proven wrong and be taken to the third map of Ancient, but for now, they must bout it out here on Nuke, as we'll kick things off a T-side start for FaZe Clan. And they've already deployed a smoke at the start of the round. Flashbang available. Smoke goes down towards main entrance, I believe, so it's going to allow a bit of control here for Frozen. We'll see what they can make of it. Rops makes his way towards Ram. Nasty headshot at the start of the round, and Hallie's be baited into the back boxes. Oh, he's got to take his time here.
Yeah, this is tricky. You must land a headshot. What a spin around from Kerrigan, though. It keeps going. Suntix back in it again. Stunning precision from this player. Frozen and Rain, 2 versus 3. The bomb, no one's picked it up on the T side at the moment. You could see it's just lost towards the ramp. Rain, he was tagged earlier. You said a nasty headshot to bring him down to just 7 health here. So Very hard round to get back into the rain. Oh, he found the free one. Baz goes down. Huge kill. Brings it a step closer. Still 50 seconds left. And now Frozen has started to get there. He's towards the ramp. He's not that far away. Another 10 seconds. And he'll be able to take the fight.
Shiro seems ready for it, though. All comes down to the timings of this one. What a shot. Surely Rain will go down as well. He's too low. And it will be a much-needed pistol to kick off their CT campaign here on Nuke. Team Spirits. Nice work. Zontix especially delivering the goods. Crisp headshots towards that ramp room. Halley did what he had to do as well. As long as he finds that one kill around, Anders, that's all they're really asking of him. He took his time as well. He guaranteed that headshot was locked in.
Surprisingly, those are the kind of shots that can actually be a lot harder to hit. When
in the back of the head with the silent USP, you miss one shot, they start jiggling around. It can be a real problem.
And mentally too, like the pressure is on. You kind of know I should be getting this kill, like no problem. So it's, suddenly you're thinking about it a little bit more. Here we are. Spirit, keep it alive. Don't screw up around like this. They have almost nothing to work with on that T side. They didn't get the bomb down. They didn't force up into this one, obviously. So they don't have any real weapons to play around with here. Kerrigan had the deagle, and it's no more. That could be a really nice change of pace here for Spirit. Even if it's early on, it's obviously too soon to call anything, but just having these early rounds where you feel okay about the whole scenario, probably quite nice.
Oh, they've given a plant away, though. That's actually kind of disastrous.
How has that happened?
Oh, that's going to be really problematic going forward. That's actually a bit of a victory for FaZe.
Sneaky Snake?
Yeah, that's an extra $800 per player, if you're not aware, meaning they were going to have AKs and compromised utility regardless in the next round. Now they're going to have a full buy. They're going to have absolutely everything they possibly need.
I wasn't expecting that. Rob's just sneaking in. Nobody watching. Nobody on the rafters on the high ground. And he's just able to, get that a little bonus for his team. Can actually be quite a huge deal for them. But yeah, still, we'll focus on the positives. Spirit able to pick up the first 2 rounds here, starting on Nuke. Third round, and we have got AKs all across the board. But again, you see how the $800 bonus kind of fits in here. They get a lot more grenades. They would have had to have saved at least, or not had some of these, and that would have been a bit of an issue. Got 3 MP9s and 2 M4A1s to play around with. So a bit of a bonus situation for Spirit all on their own. But again, on Nuke, the MP9s can definitely do some damage. So it's not completely crazy. Brokey, that's really close to being a connection, but not quite Rops. It's actually Brokey to open it up. Trying to return upon it, but Sontic shooting him in the back at the same time. So a bit of chaos towards the lobby, and somehow Spirit come out on top.
Oh yeah, they really do, and then some. This is a huge advantage. Looking much better already. Grenade has been blown. The double door's wide open. Zontic should go down here, but he's done a lot of heavy lifting already. Bomb to be planted. Frozen to fend them off. Oh, it's Halley. He's making a lot of noise there. That's an absolute freebie. A significant frag. But there is a player behind him as well. That's going to be Chopper. He's on high alert right now, waiting for any further progression from Frozen. Bomb ticking away at some pace. They don't have a kit here, Anders.
I think Chopper was really hoping that Frozen was going to keep going, sort of move forward into that position, but he doesn't. And now they've spotted out Shiro as well. They're doubling up on him. They're both peeking out at the same time. Good closure between Kerrigan and Frozen there. And like you pointed out, Halley just stomping to get there.
Yeah, he was in a rush. Yeah, and the problem is as well, not only do you make all that sound cue, that's fine if you're going to have someone right behind you to trade it, but the spacing was terrible. So there was no way his teammate could even do anything with it. Like, this is the moment. You've essentially just thrown yourself into a certain death, unfortunately for Halley. Yes, indeed. Well, they at least managed to have clean rounds before, Anders, so they have got a nice buy here. Their second round eco, they had all 5 members surviving. Money's tight on the FaZe side, wasn't a clean round before. So a very, very important round number 4 is upon us. It's Rain, working with Kerrigan towards outside. Smokes are deployed. Try and buy a little bit of space for the Norwegian. It's Chopper running towards those secret steps, but I feel like Rain might be aware of that prospect. Frozen certainly is. Hell of a shot there. That's from the silo.
Yeah, that's deadly accurate. A couple of bullets that just cut through the entire yard. And brings down Chopper. He's 0-3 at the moment. Rob's easy enough kill taking down Baz.
Rocks him. Halley now. He's got it all to do. Alone in the upper bomb site. Up against one of the absolute world's best Counter-Strike players. With his weapon of choice in hand. The AK-47 doesn't sound too good, does it? The coach is going to be tested here to the very limits of his ability. He's in the open right now. A compromised position. His teammates are dropping. Halley, what have you got for us?
All on his own. It does do some significant damage to Frozen. I don't know what he could have possibly done in that position. The fact that they wait so long, it's a clean round. Frozen with a quad kill, my God.
Yeah, he had 138 ADR in the first map. So this is great to see him turn this tournament around against GamerLegion, who was pretty much non-existent. So yeah, this is very impressive. Frozen with a statement performance today.
Having those kind of ADRs across an entire map is so ridiculous. Like, it's one thing, people have it sometimes when you're like 4 rounds in and, you know, you've had a couple of good, you know, kills with a Mac 10 or something, you cleaned up a couple of good eco kills, but having it across an entire map is just outrageous.
There's David with the hot hand. Full eco here.
Yeah.
No reason to go in alone, though. It's a ramp stack. Should be fine, but this is going to get complicated. They're going to lose at least a couple of players here. At the first.
Oh, Frozen!
Okay.
Full ace spray down!
All right.
Look at a little smile on his face.
I'll take it all back. They only lose one. A full ace spray down there. One clip. And, yeah.
The prospect, Henry, of having Frozen and Robs on the same team, right, is sickening. Look at this. Call it David and Goliath.
Yeah. Could do. We'll see him take his total up to 12-2 right now. After 4 rounds of play. After 5 rounds of play, Henry. And we'll see whether they can continue the streak here. That was a full eco. It is 3 rounds in a row. Good ramp control from the CTs here, but it looks to be an upper pounce. Again, trying to punish that fact that Halley is in that position. You can see they're trying to be very active on the CT side. Cause a ruckus. Oh, okay, Baz. Gifted a kill here. Halley, if he gets one. Oh, they're back in the round. Oh, no. Shiro drops down. Straight into the jaws of FaZe. And that might be the round in itself. They had the first couple of picks on the CT side, but it's collapsed once again. It's down to Zontix and Chopper, the latter of which is in the vents. Zontix found by Rain, who's lurking outside, and that's another convincing finish for the likes of FaZe Clan.
Honestly, though, that kind of move from Zontix at the start, I think that's what they need. They need some really wacky Counter-Strike like that, where you're pushing up alone. It's a bit risky, but if you're just playing the standard game, FaZe are proving and have proven already that they are going to be able to win those rounds. So I don't really blame Zontix for trying it. Unfortunately, they can't win the rest of it. Bit of a shame. Otherwise, it was going to be a good start to the round. He's got 229 ADR. Please stop. Make it stop.
Yeah, he's absolutely killing it out there. Frozen now at 14-2. And you can see, you think with these opening couple of kills, that would be enough. It was essentially a 5-on-3 at one moment, but yeah, the upper bomb site, they can't hold on to it. But man, they have got the coach and the academy player in that position. It's got to be targeted. And again, they pins to that position. It's another eco. I suppose you can call this one a partial buy with 3 sets of Kevlar. Nice movement from Brokey. Above the smoke confirms the close range proximities are clear. In towards the hut we go. Baz. It's a sneaky position. And it'll yield a frag. Oh, no one there either. For the trade. Like they seem to find his opening kill every time. Whether they can convert this round is yet to be seen, but they've got an AK now.
He ran so far across Rob's screen. Like, I don't know if it was the sensitivity for Rob's or what it was, but it just looked really funny. He just almost bumped into him. That's how far he peeked it. Carrigan here to try and do a bit of a cleanup. He's going to get traded. Oh, dear. Rain on his own now. 1 versus 3, but 2 of them are trapped in this corner. It's a bit awkward, but don't make it work.
Yeah.
That's a weird round.
It's a messy round from FaZe. I know they've got nothing covered, taking some massive liberties with an open lobby. As soon as that one player goes down, they've lost complete control of a key part of the map, and they have to commit towards outside. And it's a nice maneuver from Spirit, but yeah, I feel like FaZe could have done a lot more to handle that. Slowed it down, wait for the aggression, see what they're up against, have some defensive positions. But it's a bit of a lifeline for Spirit. 4-3 as they bring out the AWP for Shiro as well. Takes the wind out of the proverbial sails for FaZe. And I think they might have missed the smoke that's supposed to land on top of main, but it does provide cover still. It just doesn't take the vision away from main entrance itself. They're allowed to drop down on main entrance and use it. We'll have to re-smoke it accordingly.
Critical round for Spirit especially. CT side here on Nuke. Their funds are running low, and they need to start to string some rounds together here. Brokey just scoping deep towards that. It's a tricky position by those stairs. Now, if you've got the AWP on the side, it's going to be a lot easier. I don't know where the bullet went. I feel like that's a hit.
I think it was a miss. I think he knows it as well.
Well, obviously, Henry.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not going to argue with that. You are objectively right.
Well, at least get some control of outside, push the CTs back. Grenades running low.
30 seconds.
Time running low. First kill. Rain had the idea as to where Halley could be, but he's starting to win some jewels out there now. Can he get a second? He absolutely can. That's the best performance we've seen out of a Spirit player thus far. Not done just yet. 15 seconds.
Oh, gotta be careful.
Getting really weird out there.
He can't escape the corner. Shiro's the one to take him down. Oh, some sickening hits from Brokey. He caught one of them jumping off the silo, but Halley, again, he is a coach. He's normally behind them.
Yeah, he wins 2 straight up heads of jewels here. Like,
It's so respectable, isn't it?
yeah, that's wild. He was doing that yesterday against Team Liquid. Crazy shot from Brokey, yeah.
What?
And that should shut down the finances. Not quite. So we've got a Tech 9 for Brokey, but there is still a pretty respectable array of weaponry. Some decent utility as well. This would be the round that breaks them. 4-4. As we get into the latter stages of this first half. Oh, dear.
Dear.
Good lord. Chop up.
Been rocked, hasn't he? Rain ready for more. You can tell in the way that he steps into the yard. Like, he's so full of confidence. Able to take the kill. Brings down Halley. A 2-for-1 trade.
Round not over by any stretch of the imagination, though. Zontic has been so good in these positions. Shiro, the last player remaining, loves the clutch, but not in a prime position to make much of this. Investigates outside. The problem is, as soon as he gets a kill, which is looking likely here, they will know where he is, but that's not even a factor. He'll be frozen to recover the AWP as FaZe go back to their winning ways. Much better this round. It's Rain that delivers the goods outside. Gets that first kill through the smoke, pops it open himself, finds the second. Shiro takes him down, but they wait for the re-aggression for the CTs and finds Zontix, and it's round over. Oh, that's a nasty one. And then there's the smoke popping open, gets himself the second towards the coach of Halley. And we'll see.
Chopper for not really freaking out over that one. That could have been a rage-inducing moment, you know?
They've been pretty jovial this entire tournament.
Yeah.
Like they haven't been too frustrated. I think they understand the context of their situation. Like, no one's expecting them to win a map even, and they managed to do that already against Liquid. You're up against the world's #2 team in the world, categorically. And
True.
You're giving them a good run for their money, you know. It's a one-round game. Nothing to be too annoyed at.
Yeah, and the context is just obviously... It's tough for Spirits. I guess Chopper, on the other hand, he's also an extremely experienced player, right? He's been playing for a really, really long time. So probably has been through a lot of ups and downs. I think not for a long time recognized as you know, the in-game leader that he is. Like, he's one of those players. Maybe it's because of the region. We don't get to see him in enough tournaments, really, that you sort of are reminded. But I think I think people are starting to wake up a little bit more to his chops, so to speak.
Well, they did manage to win Bet Boom towards the tail end of 2023. An impressive performance. That was with Artfrost in the team as well. They've now got Shiro. Certainly an upgrade. But unfortunately, no donk today. One down towards lower. They've got the man advantage here, but bear in mind it's an eco essentially. They've got an M4. And Rops needs to be on high alert here. Free kill. Brings it back to a 4-4. That should guarantee the round and at least 50% of the rounds available this half. 6 on the board as Rops continues to dominate here with the AK. It's only his 4th kill. It's Frozen that's been taking absolutely everything here. He's up to 16 and 5. Nice.
Rob's probably thinking, you know, I can definitely live through this round if I just escape, but on the other hand, like, it's more fun to look for those fights. And like you said, he only had a couple of kills. So 4 in this round for Robs, another round for FaZe, and they take all the rifles away.
Oh, yes. That was the eco. Couple more rounds left here. FaZe in cruise control. Been a couple of bumps in the road, but they lost the pistol. Went down 0-2, then posted 4 in a row before Halley woke up and started doing some damage. Speaking of which, the coach has got an MP9 this round. Shiro back on the sniper. Oh, God. I thought he had Shiro hook, line, and sinker there. Tags him. He knows it as well. Blood splattered all over the wall. Oh.
Oh, my God.
Sit down. I would say that was a low HP Shiro. Like an impressive shot all the same, but he had 10 HP, but the double kill delivered once again. Sensational scenes here from Rain, one of the absolute masters of the outer area on Nuke. Now, this is an old classic. This is more of a CSGO maneuver. The smoke's favored. The players sitting them. Now, that is still true. It's just not to the same extent. Still works out for Baz.
Yeah, well played. You have to, right? You have to take a risk. Sontics trying to push in on the other side.
Oh,
Raid.
no.
I can't believe he did not get that kill. As at his back turned, it looked like it was going to be a sure thing.
Yeah, a little bit rushed there from FaZe. Bit of a panic setting in. Didn't see that Baz maneuver coming in towards that faded smoke, but there's at least no CT presence down towards lower. I think they have got a locked-in plant. Baz is arriving at the scene of the crime.
I think even worse still, Frozen is alive. It's been very hard to get rid of, so we'll see. We're looking at a 10-second defuse at the moment. They're quite far away from the bomb site when the bomb goes down, so they're going to have to spend the first couple of seconds even kind of getting towards the bomb site. Now, they're Molotoving out the likely positions. No grenades have hit anyone on the FaZe side yet. I think this retake just got a lot more tricky. They've already spent a lot of time on it. Now, smoke's going to be set up. Frozen with 1 kill. Kerrigan on the other, and now they can sandwich him in. Kerrigan, great spray. A 2 versus 3, and it's FaZe to come out on top.
It really is. That's what you love to see. Kerrigan getting it done. He had a really rough one on Anubis. They won categorically, but as an individual, he was getting caught out. He had some really awkward moments for himself towards that mid area. He was down like 2 and 8 at one point, but Rain certainly not on Nuke. Department here. Bomb planted. They win the 3-on-2. Yeah, very good. Nice reactions. Final round here, Anders. Spirits with not a whole lot to work with. The desperate shotguns, the scouts, the deagles, the SMGs, and an eclectic setup.
Yes, they got a little bit of everything. I say variety is the spice of life, and
Rain will take yet another kill. Oh, if he had anything else, Halley, he gets gun. Not the weapon for the job, but Zontix, bit of a weapon himself. He's looked great. 14 and 7, been a real nuisance. Well, Baz gets a freebie. Oh, he's only got 4 bullets left, but it does not matter. An impressive performance from start to finish. It's FaZe Clan going 8-4 here on Nuke.
I would ask if the map is in a competitive pool.
Yeah, sure.
Is it not possible not to be there?
Yes. Yes.
Oh shit,
It
so
is.
we already know.
What the fuck?
Fucked up over here, bro.
Okay,
was just
repeat the question.
First question.
Okay.
Is the map in competitive pool?
Wait. We already know he is in the pool.
No, it's one question.
Could have saved that one. So, is it like wait? How should I put it? Yeah, was this map being played in 2015?
Yes. Yeah, but you need to guess the position as well, no?
Yeah, but we forgot
to guess the map first.
Step by step, bro.
You have 8 questions, good luck.
Yeah.
Does the map have a window? Like a window
Map call out
position?
window.
That we call window.
No.
Ooh, okay, so it's one of those two.
Bro, what is this question? Windows. They call out window.
Oh,
They
it
call
doesn't
out
have
windows.
windows.
We need to narrow down the map still, no? Yeah, that's what we mean.
I'm so confused right now.
So
You
we,
know, map,
we
they
asked.
call it window, you know,
Yeah.
like Mirage window and
Inferno.
Inferno
There's no window on Inferno.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the problem. Is it Inferno?
Yes.
Okay, now we getting there.
That's the question.
Now we're getting there.
Yeah.
Is it on A side?
No.
Okay, so that's mid and B. Yeah.
Second mid or apps. Because you say A side. It's like.
Is it close to a B side?
No.
Yeah.
Maybe
CT spawn.
Maxi.
Is it close to mid or second mid?
Yes.
Okay.
So now bench, Maxi.
Like, is it TFs?
Yes.
I would say kitchen.
Okay, we go
Kitchen
for bridge
or
and
door?
kitchen. Okay, is it bridge?
No.
Is it kitchen?
The name is not kitchen, but kinda yes, it's called living room.
Yeah, so that's what we call kitchen.
We're on the same page. Woo.
Just 5 rounds away until we say goodbye to Team Spirit. They've put on one hell of a show this tournament, given us some very memorable moments.
Yes.
A lot to talk about, a lot of excitement, but ultimately, I feel like their fate has been sealed. Anders.
It is looking that way. FaZe, they're not really bending, even if they're being put under a little bit of pressure in some of these rounds. I would say on the positive side, like you got to say again, it's a weird situation with Spirit. Son6 individually, I just think it's looking more and more and more impressive, right? That's a cool takeaway. It's nice to see him individually get a flex a little bit, trying to play up against FaZe. Here we go. A rush to the A-bomb site. Spirit on the T side now. It's the dualies back.
Some impressive headshots. It was all down to the flashbang provided as well. You can see it's Frozen having a field day with the dual elites. Gets up a couple of headshots, and then Basil arrived. You can see he had 8 bullets left, had to try and get a reload in. Shiro chimed in as well, but as he didn't find that instant headshot, it will be ready to close things out. 9-4. And no bomb planted, Anders, so pretty much guarantees double digits at this stage. Deagles, at least there was one for Baz. That's a lovely shot from Rain. His numbers must be up there. Yeah, 12 and 7. Frozen stealing the show, though, with 19 kills and 7 deaths.
Yeah, Frozen's out of control. And he was on the first map, too. So just having himself a very, very nice day. Don't know if there's anything Spirit could do to stop him in this particular round. Again, if you get a bomb plant down, that'd be nice. Do a little bit of damage here, but it's minimal what you can achieve. Does have a player up there, but Brokey's pretty quick to get rid of him. And somehow still alive. Halley back here, hoping for a deagle to his little collection of kills he can bring back home. Not going to get it.
Not going to get it at all, is he? That's a very clean round here. Just a few more to go. And we say goodbye to Team Spirit and hello, the FaZe clan versus GamerLegion in the rematch.
The rematch.
Yeah.
I think FaZe are going to want some revenge. I don't think they're going to walk out of that match thinking that's not who we really are, and we're going to show GamerLegion what it's all about.
It was the first LAN game of 2024 for them.
Yeah.
Understandably rusty. FaZe are a team that are known to have slow starts, not just in tournaments, but just in every single map they play.
True.
But this is much more like it. Of course, a lot of caveats in this one. It's not a full team. They should be winning this. Zontic spotted him go down the vent. He might have sneaked down after him.
It's risky, but that's kind of been the name of the game. He actually decides to just walk right past instead and catches Carrigan. He's so lucky to be alive, and maybe only for a second here. Nice run out from Halley, trying to fight Brokey as well, but he does go down eventually. And Zontix, he had that really forward position. It's a nice place to be, but he's outdueled by Rain, who's had just no end to his confidence in this game.
Yeah, and it's Chopper. He's got the upper bomb side control. Sure, and the bomb will be planted, but he's tantalizingly low. They smoke off the squeaky door. Molotov towards the hut as well. Isolate some of these fights. Chopper desperately trying to get himself in towards salvation of the CT vent. Baz, he's actually been playing very well, but he's unable to fend them off, and it's Robs closing things out. If he wasn't going to, it was Brokey behind him as well. That's 11 rounds on the board now. Spirit get the bomb planted. The loss bonus is accumulating, but it won't be enough for a full buy here, as it's another convincing round. Shiro can feel this tournament slipping out of their hands. And to be fair, it just means they'll be coming back for the showdown.
Yes.
Like, it doesn't mean the category won't be in London. It's difficult to get through the showdown, don't get me wrong, but with their full team, with Magix and Donk, I fancy their chances.
Hopefully they can make that work by then.
Yeah, I'd really like to see them there.
That'd be sick. Yeah, because I mean, even now, it looks like a really, really fun team, and obviously, every conversation these days, at some point, Donk comes up. So, I want to see him on LAN, not be locked behind the visa issues. 11-4. We can't really talk our way out of it. FaZe 2 rounds away from winning this one. Sitting right near the flames, but they somehow don't burn him. It's crazy to see it like that. Frozen with a lot of damage. Brokey with the early kill here. Spirits making no headway into the bomb site. They've already been denied. Just so many grenades raining down on them.
Yeah, they don't inflict any damage. They take a lot themselves, conceding a frag, and the real player that's finding kills. Unnecessary from Carrigan there. Not sure what he was hoping to find. That's more like it, though. Brokey will take the man advantage back. Robs with a heads-up position. Who is it to challenge? Halley has been winning duels all day. Won't be doing it this time. Rob's one of the masters of ramp. Gets a clean one, and that's surely series point. 4 on 2, Zontix, the walking wounded. Chopper, 3 and 13. He was posting incredible numbers. I think on Ancient yesterday, against Team Liquid, he had like 25 and 3 or something like that.
Yeah, he was wild.
It was really, really impressive. But yeah, Zontix left with nothing to do. 0% chance of winning this one. Maybe gets a kill for his troubles. But ultimately, he goes down. And it's going to have to take 8 rounds in a row on the T side of Nuke with the coach, the stand-in, no one really fragging to get us to overtime. I don't have much to offer you in terms of silver linings. Normally, I can romanticize some of the possibilities. I can find a way. It wasn't the push, was it, Carrigan? That wasn't the one we wanted, but it doesn't matter.
Yeah, Broku with 4 kills at the end of this one. Just good work. Good on the AWP. But you're all right. Normally, we're pretty good at lying about, you know, what could be, Henry, but I feel like this one's...
There's nothing I can come up with here.
It's too far, you know.
No, you've got so much to work with here, so much room.
Yeah.
That you can afford to be a little bit audacious.
Yeah.
Go for these first picks. Like, you can afford to give up 5 rounds in a row before it even really gets complicated. They probably win it right here, right now, but it's never normally that easy in CS2. This is the hardest round to find, number 13. A lot of teams struggle closing games out. FaZe not one of those teams, but it just seems to be when all hope is lost, that's when you find a glimmer of hope.
Oh, here we go. Onto the side they go. Nice shot onto Frozen again. Sontic's in charge of it. He's trying to do it, trying to call them way back in, at least get them one more round to do a bit of something. Grenade right down in front. Sontic has to run away from the grenade and into rain. It's all on Hallie, the coach. 1 versus 3 to hold on here to the group stage, and it's not going to happen. Robs will take him down. It's FaZe with a 2-0 win.
A comprehensive victory here for FaZe. They knew they had to bounce back from their deficit against GamerLegion. It wasn't the FaZe we know and love. And Frozen had something to prove today as well. He wants to show he belongs in this team. He wants to show he's still a world-class player that's competing at the very top. And the numbers he put down today certainly suggest he's on track to do so.
A day in the office, a walk in the park, whatever idiom you would like to use for this occasion, but FaZe get the job done cleanly, properly, with authority as well. There's nothing much to celebrate, but this is great to see a reaction not only from